guys, welcome to today's video. So as you can see from the title, I'm going to show you guys some outfits that I've actually worn while teaching here in Korea, because the start of the new semester is in March. So I know a lot of you guys are, preparing to move to Korea right now if you have been looking to teach here, and right now is kind of the time to find a job because all the recruiters are trying to cram in as many positions for March as possible. Or if you're with Epic, I think you already got your acceptance and you're gonna find your placement later. So this could be helpful for whoever needs it. I've taught at both elementary school in Korea for public schools, and I've also taught at privatized kind of business English teaching institutions called hagwons in Korea. So I've done both. The only thing I will caveat is that this might not be as applicable if you're going to end up teaching at a middle school through Epic, because I know when you teach at a middle school, the dress is much more formal. So just to keep that in mind, when you work at a middle school, they won't allow jeans, they won't allow anything kind of too casual. I've never had to work in that environment. My environments were always quite casual, and you could kind of wear what you wanted to wear for the most part. I think there's some specific rules you want to keep in mind. Number one, you don't want anything over the shoulders. For some reason, shoulders are really sexualized in Korean culture, so you want to avoid showing those as much as possible. Definitely no tank tops or anything like that, even in the summer. In terms of tattoos, I actually do have a tattoo. It's covered right now, but it's right here on my wrist. I got this tattoo while I was teaching at Epic. I know with Epic they ask you to show your tattoos or write them down on your application. I didn't have any tattoos at that time, so I didn't have to write anything down. While I was living in Korea, I think my first or second year teaching, I ended up getting this tattoo and I didn't have any problems. I didn't have to report it to anyone either. I just got it on my own free will. And after that, any hagwons, I did cover it up initially when I did an interview for the hagwon, but after that I didn't cover it anymore when I was teaching. So it depends on the hagwon, it depends on the school. They may or may not ask you to cover up your tattoos. I've never actually been asked to cover up my tattoo. I just did it initially out of caution, and then I felt really free to expose it. And I just told the kids I drew it every day. The kindy kids, not the older kids. But every institution is gonna be a little bit different. Another thing I want to caveat is that I'm not going to talk about shoes, because when I was working at Epic and when I was working at my hagwon that included a kindergarten, you have to buy slides. So every day you go to work, you're going to take off your shoes, put them in a cubby or on the shelf, and you're going to have your own slides, which you should have already. So the school's not going to provide them for you, you're going to need to buy them. And this is because they don't wear outdoor shoes inside. At my last hagwon, I did wear regular shoes indoors, and that was because I was not teaching at a kindergarten hagwon. So again, it's going to depend on the hagwon, but if you're teaching with Epic at a public school, or you're teaching a hagwon where you're going to be working with little kids and running around, you're probably going to be switching out your shoes. So I'm going to show you which ones I bought, because I think it's kind of important. So I bought these. I bought Crocs, and that's because Crocs are the most comfortable, because you're going to be in these all day. You're going to be running around, especially when you're dealing with kindy kids. You're really going to be running around a lot. I personally always like a little heel to my shoe, so I bought these in Korea and I wore these pretty much every day, and I still wear them actually. They got some good wear still. So I'm a big fan of these, and again, it's all about comfort. So if you have kind of comfortable slides that you already own, I would definitely bring them. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into it and show you some of the outfits I actually wore to work. So this is my first outfit. As you can see, they're a pair of overalls. I thrifted these here in Korea, but I'm absolutely obsessed with them. They pretty much go with anything, and especially in the winter, I kind of usually just throw on a turtleneck, and I have about 8 turtlenecks, all in different colors, that I like to rotate throughout the colder seasons, just because I find them easy to layer and they're easily styled, and also just easy to throw on. They will work in any environment, teaching environment you're at, because you're completely covered. There's no shoulders being exposed. My tattoo is even covered if I really want to hide that. Personally, I love a pocket in the front, because it's just easy to throw my phone in here and then forget about it when I'm, tossing with the kids or needing to pick up something. I think this is such a good outfit for teachers because it's a cute outfit, and also it's a functioning outfit. The only situation where this wouldn't work is probably, again, where you work at a middle school and it's a much more formal vibe. But if you're teaching at you know, what I consider a regular hagwon or in elementary school, this outfit is definitely one of my absolute go-tos. So this outfit I had to wear because it's the year of the tiger this year on the zodiac. So this is my tiger one-piece dress. I would in the winter seasons especially wear a lot of oversized sweaters and oversized sweater dresses. I just felt like it was really comfortable to throw on. They don't have pockets, which is the biggest downside of all of this, but they were just kind of easy and fun to wear. You could wear it with leggings, but I never really liked how leggings look with one pieces. But you can see these tights. I'll do a close up. You can probably see the sheen. These are just regular tights. And this is the pattern. I personally wouldn't wear something like this or an oversized sweater with leggings or tights to something more formal like an open class or anything where I'm meeting the parents. Maybe not even field trips because you're gonna get your picture taken when you're on field trips and stuff. So I wouldn't wear anything like this on those occasions. Here's what you can do. And if you want to go with it, go with it. And if you don't, that's also on you. Everyone's fashion and everyone's style choices are very different. These are just to give you some ideas again of things I've actually worn while teaching and I found comfortable wearing while teaching. This I got from ASOS. ASOS does ship to Korea, but it takes over a month for you to get your shipment. I don't know why it's so slow. They probably use a boat or something. This is an outfit I like to wear on any day, really. This is a, what are those called? Like kind of satin pajama shirts. So you can see it's really light in color and it's really soft, which is really important. Especially the kids, they like to touch soft things. So you'll probably have some kids rubbing your arm every once in a while. I will say this is very V-neck. So what I would sometimes do if I felt like it was a little bit dangerous, I would wear a camisole underneath. But other than that, I never had any complaints and it looks really stylish because it has this kind of collar. The thing about jeans, I never worked at a place where you weren't allowed to wear jeans. I know in Epic Middle School they don't really like you wearing jeans, but everywhere else I've always worn jeans to teach. It's never been an issue. I think where some hagwons might be more particular is if they're ripped jeans. So there might be some places where they don't really want you to wear ripped jeans to work. Again, I've never had that complaint. I've definitely wore ripped jeans to work, and actually, because I crawled around so much on my knees teaching with the kids, I ended up getting rips on my knees in the jeans. So a pair of jeans that were unripped are now ripped. I mean, it is what it is, but just an FYI on that, that might also happen to you. Again, you want to be a little careful here. Some places might not like it, especially when you bend down. So you can think about wearing a camisole underneath, or just using a safety pin also works like a charm for me almost all the time. I was all about what can I throw on really quickly in the morning without really thinking about it. And this was definitely one of those casual tops, jeans, I'm good to go. So turtlenecks. This is another one of my turtlenecks, and I wear this quite often actually from the fall and winter season just because I really like the color. It really brings kind of the autumnal vibes. And then I pair it off with this skirt. This is a mini skirt, but as you can see, it's got pockets. Very important. I love anything with pockets. Here, these are tights, but they're actually really thick. They're like the Uniqlo Heat Tech, and underneath they're really warm. So I don't wear thin tights in the winter for sure. Especially when you're teaching kindergarten, you need pockets because you want to put your phone in, or whatever is in your hand away. At any given time, you're going to need to maybe like grab a child away from something or grab some books or handle anything. So always having pockets is kind of one of my ideal requirements. There are outfits where I don't have pockets, and you know, it's not impossible. It's just kind of more tedious thing to think about. This is one of the outfits I really like. I also think it's really appropriate if you are doing a parent-teacher conference. For public school, I never did parent-teacher conferences, but we did have open classes where parents come in and watch you teach, and they also do that for hagwons as well. But for hagwons, I had to do parent-teacher conferences, and it depends on where you're working, but everywhere I've worked, they've not wanted me to have too much interaction with the parents. So parent-teacher conferences was the only real face-to-face interaction I had with the parents every year. So you want to put your best foot forward, you want to look nice, you want to look clean. And for girls, you know, you don't have to wear a skirt, but I think it helps them kind of imagine that kind of kindergarten teacher stereotype a little bit. And not that I like to perpetuate stereotypes, I just think sometimes it makes your life a little easier in this particular situation. I always personally like to wear skirts or dresses when I do parent-teacher conferences. That is also a personal preference, but the parents seem to kind of like that feminine vibe I gave off. That's just a personal anecdote of mine, I guess, and you can take it or leave it, do what you will. You can again wear what you think is best. I'm sure all of you have one of these. I feel like I know it's a little basic and a little expected. This is my only real flannel with the kind of cotton material, but it was always really comfortable to wear. It was kind of standard and it was just easy to throw on. And again, you know, you can choose however many buttons you want to go. I usually cut it off around here. I like a little V-neck situation, but some places, you know, if they're a bit more conservative, you might want to button it up. This is really casual. I would wear this on a regular day, or I would wear this on a trip. I wouldn't wear this to like a parent-teacher conference or anything like that. This is just for one of those regular kind of school days. And then I want to show you guys here, I paired it with these high-waisted black pants. Sometimes I would wear pants with rips, but if you want to, you know, place your best bet, definitely no rip pants is the way to go. I'm pretty positive most of you guys have a flannel in your wardrobe. If you throw on kind of a simple long sleeve top with some jeans, they work great. So yeah, this is definitely one of my go-tos as well in the winter. And there you have it, guys. I hope you found that video helpful or informative. Let me know if you have any specific questions down below, because again, I think with everyone's different fashion choices and cultural backgrounds, everyone's kind of aesthetic or idea of what to wear to work is going to be a little bit different. So let me know in the comments below, or if you have any questions about my outfits or questions about like attire, teaching, again, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!